Layers are an important part of working with web and app designs so that we can keep our content organized and make it easier to select among a lot of other reasons, actually. Now, in Figma, content in the Layers panel, which is on the left, is actually organized by frames. In this video, you'll explore layers and see how you can use them to your advantage in Figma. Now, the Layers panel is actually docked on the left here, and if we want to, we can make it a little bit wider, but we can't make it very narrow. It's going to go as far as it is. If you want to hide it, you can come up here to the menu, right up here, and you're going to see we have View right there, and you'll see Layers panel. So we can actually turn off or hide a lot of this different types of content that we've got out here. Now, the Layers panel is organized, like I said, by frames. If you look in here, if you hover over things, you're going to see it's going to actually highlight it out there, even to individual objects within a frame that you've got. Now, just like other programs, these are organized according to the frames out there in the canvas. So you can see hikes is the farthest to the right, etc. Now, the ordering of the content here makes sense because if you've ever used layers before, you can see that things are stacked one on another. Now, what I want to do is I want to take this image right here, and if you hover over it out there, you'll see it's actually going to highlight it in the layer stack. I want to take that and I want to put it behind all the content. So you can drag that up or down to move it around, which is kind of cool. And that way we've got our content at the top up here. Let's make this rectangle a little bit shorter, actually, just so it looks a little better. Now we're going to go in and we're going to take that and turn that into a component so we can reuse it later. But one of the other things I love about the Layers panel is that we can actually lock content. We can lock individual objects if we want to. We can hide content if we want to from here. A lot of the typicals. You can also double click on objects and rename them if you want to do that, or even see what's in a group, for instance. Each one of these can be toggled open and closed, so you can kind of keep things a little bit more organized. Now, what's interesting about layers is that like Photoshop and Illustrator and programs like that, we don't actually create layers in here. It depends on what's out here, what frames we create, what content we add, etc. There's no new layer button in here. And a lot of programs are starting to go that way. Now, if you come to one of the icons here, you can actually double click on the icon to the left, not the name, and it will zoom in so that we can see the object or whatever it's talking about, which is actually really useful. Like other applications, if you want to take an object, you can actually duplicate it by Option dragging on Mac or Alt dragging on Windows to make a copy. Now, I don't want to do that, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to right-click on that object, and you'll see we've got a lot of things we can do here. And I just want to delete this, so I'll press Escape. I don't see delete in there, so you can press Backspace or Delete to delete it if you did that. So the Layers panel is really pretty straightforward, something we're going to be using quite a bit. It does share with pages here, so if you see the pages, you'll see that it's part of the panel. And if you go from one page to the next, if you come here and actually click on one of these, you'll see that the Layers panel is only for that individual page, which is actually really useful, I think. All right, let's try and fit everything back in the window. If you press Shift-1, you can kind of zoom to fit everything. There's a lot of keyboard commands we can use in here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into one of my favorite features out here. We're going to start to talk about components that allow us to work smarter.